The practice of not asking about sexual orientation in the enlistment procedure will continue.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, where gays can serve as long as they remain in the closet.
The policy that's led to the discharge of more than 13,000 gay service members.
They say they want to fight and defend their country, and just because they're gay, they should not be prohibited from doing that.
My name is Rob Smith.
Travis Jones.
Eddie Cologne.
Will Holmes.
Brett Edward Stout.
Micheal Hurst.
I was in E6 in the United States Navy.
The U.S. Army.
U.S. Marine Corps.
U.S. Navy Corpsman.
United States Army.
CB in the Navy for 2.5 years.
4.5 years.
5 years.
6 years.
9.5 years.
6.5 years, and I served under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and now I'm telling. I had the gay feelings when I was in the military. Basic training probably had a lot to do with it.
But what about Will? I don't know. Will is gorgeous. Will is sexy.
I would describe myself as a loud mouth, goofy.
My eyes just pop when I get my tan.
He was the bartender. I ordered a drink, and the drink was horrible, so I made fun of him. Willie's a bit cuckoo when he drinks.
Don't give me drinks.
Will's got 8-pack abs.
Well, not 6, 8-pack. Women come on to me often. Everybody wants me. I can't help it. What can I say?
Will is a huge flirt too.
Don't be so passionate with your fiancé ass.
I'm kind of helpless to it.
They're actually calling me a thot. T-H-O-T. That hoe over there. Micheal, when I met him, I said, yeah, this one's gonna be a problem.
I like to joke around.
What up, what up, what up?
I might be a show-off, but a lot less than Micheal.
I can have a couple of drinks,
Vodka and rocks.
get on a bar and start dancing.
Now he's in a successful relationship and stuff.
Yes, I'm in a relationship, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with looking. I met Eddie in the club, and Eddie had his shirt off, just dancing.
I try to be life of the party. I like to drink a little bit.
Eddie is somebody that is very fresh out of the military.
A party machine, a party animal.
He's too cute for that.
I like Eddie. I think he is a big thot.
I know that I'm a thot because my mom learned that word and called me a thot.
No, we never had sex, but we did something. I don't want your drink. I don't know where your mouth has been.
Actually, you do.
Oh my God.
I've taken a few people's boyfriends, I guess. Rob, he is a really great guy. He really looks out for me.
I think I'm a very genuine person.
He's an amazing guy. He's the complete opposite of me.
I actually ended up being involved in this major protest at the front gates of the White House.
Take a stand on this issue because their silence is deafening.
He's pretty amazing and smarter than me.
It's one of the things that I've done in my life that I'm the most proud of, and nobody will ever make me feel bad about doing that. So I met Brett at a reading and signing for a book that a mutual friend of ours wrote.
Such a sweet guy, such a nice kid.
I think if anyone were going to describe my personality, they would first say probably that I talk too much. I don't think that you can just completely demonize the idea of...
No, wait, we can't let him get away with this word. Demonize?
Me and Brett, we hit it off instantly. It made me feel so welcome and so loved.
I am a little bit into the leather scene.
I've been known to go out every now and then.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Harness, some armbands, wrist cuff, a nice little hat. Who wants their nipples twisted?
Sexy.
I hope people find it endearing. Travis and I met. It was instant brotherhood.
I have the mentality of about an 18-year-old still.
We went into immediate teasing.
You know, this isn't usually what I use this for.
People have used a lot of words to describe me.
Lick it off.
Lick it off.
Crazy's usually one of them.
We just gabbed like we had known each other for 40 years. It was hilarious.
My boyfriend right now is Dominican. My ex-fiance was Puerto Rican. So yeah, I kind of have a thing for Latinos.
I adore that little ginger.
Being gay in the military under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
It takes its toll on you after a while.
I was scared shitless.
It put that gay taboo in people's minds.
For a long time, I just thought that it was honestly some type of a weakness that could be overcome.
I was physically fit, I was a damn good shot, I was known as solid. Just the feeling that, you know, who you are is criminal. At that point in time, I could lose everything.
You can serve your country, you can go and die for us, but you can't be gay.
The whole thing was don't ask, don't tell, so no one's supposed to ask you, and so people do.
You're holding so much in, but all at the same time, it's like something that you're used to and you come accustomed with.
When I would be walking down the passageway, like, oh, you're shaking your ass like you have something to prove.
There were already rumors that I was gay floating around, and the first sergeant did not want that in his unit. I mean, I did not make it into the recon unit.
When I was in the Navy, I deployed 3 times within 6 years.
I deployed to Iraq about 3 weeks after the invasion.
We had guys with missing limbs, and it was crazy.
You know, do you try to block some stuff out? Sure. I remember giving stitches and a patient being brought in who was burnt to a crisp. Stuff like that, I mean, it'll wake you up in the middle of the night.
When I was 20 years old, I made a gay porn video, and when it came out, I got kicked out of the military for it. If it was the opposite sex, then I wouldn't have got kicked out at all. I mean, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. You go for a job interview and you hand them your DD-214 and mine says your honorable discharge, the homosexual act. It's kind of something that you really don't want a lot of people to know.
You know, after 9.5 years, I had to decide whether I was gonna go for another 6.
I did not take the choice not to re-enlist lightly.
I just got to a point where I just physically and mentally just like didn't want to deal with it anymore.
I left because I felt like I was caged in.
If I hadn't been gay, or if I hadn't had to worry about that, I would have stayed, and I would have possibly been there to save people. I could have been there to die in place of someone else who should have lived.
I find that some people kind of want me to bash the military a lot. I never bash the military. It has changed me in some fundamental ways that I think have helped me throughout my life. It's given me discipline.
Learned so much about myself and just being a man.
I still fold my clothes and make my bed exactly the same way I did when I was in the military.
The idea of not being on time or not dressing appropriately, you just don't do those things.
But a lot of skills that I was able to learn and take away from the Navy has given me the upper hand in almost everything that I've done since I've gotten out.
There's always this, what do you do, what do you do, what do you do? When you're in social situations in New York.
I'm what you call a singer-songwriter. Like, music is my life.
At present, I am a published author. I wrote a fiction novel which talks about what it was like to be gay in the Marines.
I'm a working model.
I'm studying, going to school.
I'm a freelance writer, public speaker.
The executive chef at Joanne Trattoria, which is owned by Lady Gaga's father.
So I shoot for Kohl's, Nike, To Exist, Bose headphones. I'm also working on my PhD. Done a few things.
I'm the author of a book called Closets, Combat, and Coming Out. There was a very specific story that I wanted to tell, and I wanted to tell the truth.
I enrolled in a program that's 4 days a week to help other veterans that are sick and injured.
Being able to be creative, coming up with my own recipes. We even started a bake shop at the restaurant. It's the happiest time in my life.
I lobbied Congress. I spoke in front of the White House. I did absolutely everything I could to help Don't Ask, Don't Tell get on the defense authorization bill.
Lady Gaga was on the Today Show, and I asked Brett if he would like to come along. Here's Brett, who helped repeal the most important legislations, and Lady Gaga wants her picture with him.
I'm proud of participating in it and glad that we won.
I have an album called Who I Am. I have a song on my album called Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Don't ask, I won't tell.
I do have some really strong career goals, and I'm very passionate about working for the VA, what I believe that I'm meant to do.
My dream is to be a successful R&B artist.
To come out with my own cookbook.
I really want to write the next great American novel that gives a mainstream voice to gay relationships.
I would love to be a foreign correspondent for national news.
I would love to be on billboards, on TV regularly.
I think when my album drops, it's going to make a lot of noise. Yeah, I live in Harlem.
I'm on 103rd in Columbus.
We're practically neighbors.
We like to do a lot of brunches.
Drug brunches, business.
I think I may party too often. I can tell usually by checking my bank account.
We drink a lot. We drink a lot. I didn't do anything.
I'm a big like happy hour guy.
I like to do a lot of open mics and karaoke spots.
Who introduced you to karaoke?
So I always like to cook for all my friends. It gives me the freedom to be creative.
My women friends are great.
Is that as big as
Oh my God, oh my God. That was really big.
I have one female friend. Her name is Sasha.
She can drink me under the table.
She calls me her gay husband.
We have Tinder. Is your grinder? It's our Tinder.
She's just amazing.
When you meet other gay veterans, there's just something that feels like home.
The Army is the best branch. We get shit done, and everything is just like...
You have such a shared history and language.
Being a gay veteran shaped my life because that movement has enabled me to connect to being gay on a political level and not just on a social level.
Friends are the foundation of who I am.
Red is my favorite color. If you don't see red on me, my underwear red.
Red leather.
No red leather. The leather is not my thing.
That's a part of that brotherhood that will never leave, and we make sure that we look out for each other.
It was a brotherhood. I felt so connected to these guys.
I hate dating in New York. It's the motherfucking worst.
Don't be mad because you're a thought and you date everybody.
No. I can't stand when a thought calls another thought a thought. What the fuck, son? What the fuck?
Where I am at this point in my life, I have a great job. My album is about to come out. I'm in a relationship. I'm happy, and it feels good to be here after being kicked and knocked down for so long.
I'm just like enjoying life. You know, I'm a model. I live in New York City. I get paid to go take pictures.
You know, I come from this small town, Licking, Missouri, and now I'm in New York City, and just being surrounded by so much talent, and it's unbelievable. You know, I wake up every morning like, am I still here? Is this really still happening? It's like, yeah, the happiest time in my life.